Hey everybody. Today I'm bringing you another video of me just going over the next 2 weeks, so April 20th to May 1st. And I'm going to go over what I expect you to complete within those 2 weeks. So the first thing is actually a continuous thing that you're going to do throughout the week, and you're going to do it next week as well. So what you guys are going to do is what I expect you guys to do is I expect you guys to copy and paste this if I can. Yeah. Copy and paste this for a total of 5 times because you're going to be doing this for all 5 days of the week. All right. So what it is that you're going to read or you're going to watch a television show or a movie or whatever, and you're going to give me the title or you are going to give me a URL link to an article or speech or whatever it was that you are summarizing right here. So reading completed, and you're going to tell me what the title is. So I watched the Titanic. All right. So you would just put Titanic, and then you would underline it because it's a long title, and then you would give me 2 to 4 sentences summarizing the Titanic. All right. Significant quote from the Titanic that resonated with you. So you put that right here, and then explain the quote. What do you think it means? What does it mean to you? Okay. So do this about 5 times. I'm actually going to copy it one more time if I can. There we go. So 5 times. I'm going to share this with you guys once I'm done here. So you're going to have to do this 5 days. 5 days. So this is the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. If you are missing a day, no points. This is 200 points for the whole entire week. Okay. The text that we asked you to read, it's an option. You could choose to do it. You could choose not to do it. The lottery, page 25 to 34 out of your HMH textbook. If you don't have the textbook, you should have it online. But that's a very short reading, in my opinion. Or you could read an article, or again, you could watch a TV show. I already went over your choices. So you have a lot of choices that you could choose from. So best of luck with that. Again, if you miss a day, no points. This assignment right here also is very time sensitive, meaning that if by this Friday by this Friday at 9 p.m., because that's when I do all my school stuff and, take time to exhale because I'm, taking care of the kids and all this. If you don't have this stuff by 9 o'clock on Friday, 9 p.m. on Friday, I can't give you points for this. Okay. You don't get points for the scenarios. All right. So please make sure all 5 days are done. Please make sure you put a quote that was meaningful to you. Now, there was another assignment, a different assignment that somebody did. And the second to last question, it asked them, like, what were your thoughts about this particular part of the text? And the person put, I didn't have any thoughts. That's not really applying yourself. And when you don't really apply yourself to the text and you don't how does it pertain to you? How does this text pertain to you? Or what are your thoughts about the certain character interactions? Or what is your thought? What are your thoughts about the plot? And then you go and say, I don't have any thoughts. The whole shebang is a zero. And she did okay with the rest of the assignment. It's just that one question, she just kind of, didn't take it seriously and kind of tapered off and didn't want to finish, put a full-fledged effort in the assignment. So please make sure you do this correctly with thought and all this. And it's very easy. You have a lot of choices to choose from. Okay. The second thing, it's actually the first thing. It's Monday. All right. So some of you are going to like this over what we usually do, which is vocab.com. This is a Frayer model. I haven't done these in years. The last time I did these was with middle schools. So, but here we are. My colleagues persuaded me to implement some of this stuff. So it's not my traditional, vocab.com and Osgos and stuff like this. So a lot of the stuff I don't really feel is adequate, but in the circumstances that we're in, I have to roll with the punches, have to change, adapt to the situation. So basically, there are 5 vocabulary words, and so you're gonna do this 5 for 5. So you're gonna do a Freire diagram or Freire model for the 5 different words. So you're gonna put the word plus definition in this box. So inference plus the definition, meaning of inference. And then you're going to put an example sentence using inference in the proper context. Then you're going to put words that are synonymous with inference and words that are autonomous with or an antonym with the word inference. Rinse and repeat for the next 4 boxes. Writing practice. Write a paragraph or more on your own sheet of paper. Actually, so whenever it says sheet of paper, because you have to keep in mind, this was not just created by myself. This was created by myself and my 5 other colleagues that are in the sophomore grade level. So when it says write on your own sheet of paper, just do this. Just go boop. And then you're able to complete the assignment right here and then turn it on Google Classroom. Okay. I don't want any paper copies. Okay, you know how I am with paper. I'm a disorganized mess. So turn this in via Google Classroom, and we'll be fine. So just hit enter like right here, and then just type away your thing. So topic sentence. Well, you know the drill. So basically, topic sentence, the main idea of the paragraph. So what are you going to talk about? Like, what are your thoughts about this quote right here? Children are not vessels to be filled, but lamps to be lit. Okay, what are your thoughts about this quote? Tell me in one sentence. That is your topic sentence. Then explain why. Give me some reasons why you agree or disagree with that quote. Okay, it could be life experience, could be something that you read, could be something that you watched on television, could be something that famous politician said once upon a time. Okay, another explanation, explain the relevance of your evidence ideas. So that kind of ties into what I just said. Concluding sentence, either summarize the main idea or explain the bigger picture and why it matters. Okay. So that's for this assignment. You just type it right here. Okay, get it out of the way. You're good. Wednesday, write a short story about one day in the life of a pair of shoes of the first person perspective, including at least 2 or of your own tongue twisters using alliteration. So alliteration is repetition of the initial consonant sound. So for an example, Sally sold seashells down by the seashore. Okay. Yeah, so basically you're writing a short story, how to like think about like what exactly my colleague was thinking there. Because again, this wasn't something I created. So basically you're writing from the perspective of say like an RN or a first responder or a baseball player, and then you give me 2 of your own tongue twisters within that paragraph, giving me a short story. How long do I want this short story? 2 paragraphs. 2 paragraphs. Okay. Again, it could be about, just make it appropriate. Don't. I know I've seen people just take a wide left turn and just go somewhere that I didn't want them to go. So just make it sure it's appropriate. And also make sure you have your examples of alliteration. The example of alliteration, there's one example right here. Make your own. Okay. And make sure it correlates too with the actual story. Don't just throw in an example of alliteration, just all willy nilly. Okay. Make sure it correlates too. Let me see here. Thursday, soapstone, and this is where I have to adapt to the situation. Okay. I don't like soapstone and in lieu of Soapstone all year, we've been doing Oscos, and I think Oscos work beautifully. But that's just my opinion. There's 7 of us in the 10th grade English department, and not all of us can agree. So on which method is better, Oscos or Soapstone. And students that I've had in the past who are now with a different teacher are coming back to me and telling me, yeah, I don't really like Soapstone. I like doing the Oscos. I'm like, cool, man. Like then do the Oscos if you can, or just tell Miss Diaz that you want to do the Oscos. Anyway, so I just kind of went off, jumped on my soapbox for a minute. But anyway, so Soapstone, S is for speaker, O is for occasion, A is for audience, ba ba ba. Okay, who is the speaker? What are their characteristics? You're going to tell me that. All right. What has happened to make the speech occur? So again, find a speech or song, listing the title and author, completing the Soapstone analysis. So who's the speaker addressing? What is the speaker's overall goal? What is the main idea of the speech? What is the speaker's attitude toward their subject? Okay, you just go like this, boop, boop, and then you type it in. Okay, and then you turn in this document when you're all done with all the days. Okay, Friday, parallel structure. You guys have done this before I think it's before first semester was over. Excuse me. So the first one, they do an example. I washed the dishes, I'm sweeping the floor, and the mantle was dusted. I washed the dishes, swept the floor, and dusted the mantle. So to protect her delicate hands, Gia will not rake the yard, do the dishes, and is refusing to scrub the tub. So you have to make sure they all match the verbs or the nouns. Make sure they all match, the endings match with each other. If they don't, then you need to change one of them. Okay? That's parallel structure. So that was for Friday. Monday, as you can see, is kind of rinse and repeat, right? So you're just going to go here, boop, 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 boop. Okay, 5 words. Okay, 5 Frayer models for 5 words, right? So you're going to do a Frayer model for each word. Write at least 2 paragraphs following the paragraph format under Tuesday on the following topic. Write a review of the movie or part of a series that you watched recently. Include a brief summary of the film. Okay. So basically, you would have to scroll up to 421 on the lessons, and you would have to copy that template and then put it down here. Okay. So yeah. Wednesday. On your own sheet of paper, write a story in third person. Include at least one example of foreshadowing in a story to add suspense. Remember what foreshadowing is. So it's like the gun or the weapon in the drawer. Okay? So you're watching a movie, and then the protagonist opens the drawer, and then the camera shows the weapon in the drawer. Okay? So that's what foreshadowing is, because it's telling you, yeah, something bad's going to happen with this person and this gun, and it's not going to be so nice. All right. Write at least 2 examples of foreshadowing from the lottery. Explain how they impact the mood. Trying to make heads and tails of this because again, I worked on pieces of this, but I didn't work on like the whole thing. And so there are my other colleagues, they and they're very intelligent individuals, without any doubt. But we just have to think a lot. I just have to think. I have to read this and think, what were they thinking? Like, what are they trying to get at? Because my level of thinking might not be on their level of thinking right now. Giving hints or clues about what will happen next. See HMH. One example of foreshadowing. Okay, write a short story in third person. Okay, so I totally skipped over this part right here. Write a short story in third person. Okay, I'm trying to go like a million, miles per hour, and I just need to slow myself down. So write a short story in third person. Include at least one example of foreshadowing. So third person, like Mr. Anderson was doing a video in his garage. Okay, that's third person. Whereas first person is like, I am conducting a video in my garage. Okay, that's first person. All right. So you're talking about other characters like from a third person's perspective. You guys have seen that before. Yeah, use the HMH textbook page R66 as an example. And then Thursday, Friday. Here's the thing about Thursday, Friday. I said each day is worth 200 points. Okay, Thursday, Friday is a different animal because Thursday, Friday is combined. So it's going to be 400 points for Thursday and Friday both. So it's basically one day. And find a speech or song. The speech can be one delivered by a character in a movie, a presidential debate, or online. After listening to or reading the speech, complete the following soapstone. So the soapstone was on 423, okay? And so you would basically copy and paste that format of soapstone. I think we did soapstone like in first semester. I think I remember doing that. If not, we did it last year for sure. But I don't care for soapstone. Anyway, rather do Osgo's. Love Osgo's. All right, so let's go over a couple other things. Okay, if you haven't watched my other video, my video previous to this one, go and watch it because I go over my expectations of what I want you guys to do for the virtual meetings. Now, sophomores, we are not expected to meet until Thursday and Friday. Okay. The meetings will only be for office hours only. And so let me go over to the thing and let me show you guys. Gosh, this thing is small. Anyways, I can see it. I'm going to post a schedule, but you guys are 5, 6, and 7. So Thursday, period 5 and 7. So period 5 on Thursday, period 7 on Friday is going to be 9 to 10 o'clock. Okay. And then period 6 is going to be 10:30 to 11:30. So going back to this, I am going to have a link right here for the virtual meet room. If you don't see this, that means that I have disabled the link for the time being. Don't freak out. So if you log on at 8:30 a.m. and you're period 5 or period 7, and you log on at 8:30 a.m. and you're like, where's the link? Where's the link? And you're freaking out, don't expect it at 8:30 a.m. Okay, I will only put it up probably about 8:50ish, closer to the meet time. Okay, so this link right here, it will be in the close to the banner right here, and it'll be in your stream. And you just click on it, and then you go to it. It will change every week, by the way. And every time we meet, it's going to be worth 400 points. So if you're one of those that really wants to boost your grade, go to that link, and then there you go. Okay. Remember, if you do not raise your hand and if you are being disruptive, you will be kicked and banned from virtual meet. It is not like I could write you up a low-level referral or, kick you out to the counselor or what have you. Now, Mr. Anderson, what about my opportunity to get points through the virtual meet? Well, there are other opportunities for you to get those points. It's just not going to be through the virtual meet, unfortunately. Okay? So do not, go on there and start singing Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't want to hear all that. Okay? I really don't. All right? Don't go on there and start cussing me out and be like, oh, Miss Ann, you gave me okay? Just, if you need to say anything, you type it in chat, RH for raise hand. I'll see it and I'll say, hey, Rotan, I see that you have something to say. Go ahead, open your mic. Okay? Also, turn your camera off and turn your mic off unless I tell you otherwise. I will not ask you to turn on your camera for any reason whatsoever. However, I will ask you to turn on your mic so you can speak into the mic. Or you could type it in chat too, your question, and I'll answer it via virtual meet. Lastly, my time is very valuable to me, especially now because I'm homeschooling my son. He's supposed to be in preschool, but that got canceled. So I'm trying to get him ready for elementary school next year. And my wife is working online and grading the SAT writing task and grading the SBAC scores. You know, the ones that you take as juniors, and she's grading the writing portions of those. So so she's doing a lot of different things and she's working from home online. And so I have to keep the kids off her back while she's doing all that stuff. Having said that, my time is very valuable. Okay. So if you are not there within the if nobody's there within the first 15 minutes, I'm canceling class and I'm doing other things. I'm preparing my kids' lunch or whatever. Okay. Or giving them a snack or hanging out with them. So if you plan to be there, please plan to be there within the first 15 minutes. Now, are we going to be there for the full hour? Probably not. It all depends on all the questions that you guys have. If you have an IT issue, such as a password or username is not working, you need to let me know via email so I can forward your email to Paulo Ortiz with the district and let him know of your situation so he could go in and change your password. And that way we could get you logged in, and get you situated. All right. So that's all I have for now. If I have anything come up, I'll be sure to let you know during the virtual meeting. Again, it's more of like a Q&A with me, like, hey, Mr. I don't know how to do, Tuesday's work for 424. Or not, that wouldn't be Tuesday. Anyway, I don't know how to do the work for 424. So I'll take a look at it and I'll go over it with you guys as a class. Now, as an individual, do you have to be there for the full duration? It would help that you were, because whatever questions your peers are going to ask me might be something that you might ask later on. Okay. So try to get those 400 points, be responsible, do what you're supposed to be doing, and we'll go from there. Anyways, hope you guys are staying safe, and I miss you guys. I miss being in a classroom and joking with you guys and hanging out and stuff like that. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I will see you on Thursday and Friday. We'll see you on Thursday and Friday.